All right. Looks like we're ready to go. Why don't we get started?
Live and sometimes recorded. It's the Genius Media Group in Chicago and streaming all over planet Earth wherever you listen to podcasts. It's Unmuted, the podcast with Delvin, Miss Lisa J, and the Big Sir Steven.
Hey, everybody. What's going on, everybody? America, the world, and everybody in between planets. How you doing? It's Unmuted, the podcast, and we are back. You can't hear anything? Okay, that's because I don't have your volume up there. Okay, here we go. There we go. It's Unmuted, the podcast, y'all. What's happening? I'm Delvin. I'm your host, and of course, with me are my co-hosts. Number one microphone, number one camera is right there. That's Miss Lisa J right there. And right over here is Big Sir Steven with his hat on. I got to make room for the hat.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I got to get the whole hat in there.
Big-headed.
Yeah, let me put the whole hat in there. And so that's what's going on, you all. Welcome to it. Hello. Thought I'd say hello. Which camera I'm looking at? Right over there. Hello. How you doing? What? You can't hear anything?
No.
You can't hear anything. Okay, let me see. Let's see, because I can't hear you. Oh, that's because you're on this one. That's why.
There we are.
There she is.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. You know, these microphones, they work.
They have a mind of their own.
When you push the right button, they
They
work.
do what you needed to do.
All I gotta do is push the right button. That's it. So, Unmuted the podcast. Today's episode, One Big Beautiful Diddy.
Wow.
Wow.
It's the One Big Beautiful Diddy podcast episode of Unmuted the podcast. We figured that we would say a lot about a lot of things, but what's going to take up the bulk of our conversation is going to be the One Big Beautiful Diddy episode here. So we're going to get started with a lot of things. Let's start with number one. Topic number one. What should we talk about? Is it the One Big Beautiful, or is it going to be the Diddy?
Wow. Both topics suck. So.
I know. Let's start with the big bullshit.
No. Let's start with the Big Beautiful Bill. According to Big Sir, is the Big Beautiful bullshit. So the Big Beautiful Bill was passed, not without a fight. It was a mediocre fight, but it still was a fight.
I've heard it called so many things, and I think my favorite is the big billionaire bonus.
Oh, that's a good.
That's definitely what it is.
Because that's what it is.
It's definitely what it is.
Well, I think that we need to take a moment to say that we appreciate everyone who has been fighting in the fight. Hakeem Jeffries.
Yes, I just recently followed him.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe I wasn't following him because he's really standing up and making his voice heard, how he feels about this bill and everything else. It's just, I can't believe that we're here.
Yeah. This is the unfortunate part. It took so much to get to this point for it all to be squandered away in a matter of 6 months.
6 months.
He took this thing to the crapper in 6
Yep.
months.
Yeah. And it's like everybody's surprised, but Project 2025, remember?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, that's not a real thing. That's not real. That's not real.
That's not real.
And here we are. Here we are with the realness. You're seeing how real it is.
Yep.
And the only 3 things that I see beneficial for constituents and citizens is the no tax on the tips. So if you're a restaurant worker, a waitress or a waiter, and you won't have to pay taxes on your tips. There will be no taxes on overtime. Watch companies cut that shit out of it.
That's all gonna go away.
And then no taxes on Social Security. Everything else is to hurt.
Let me just say there's gonna be a cap on taxes for overtime. $15,000 is the cap
For overtime?
for overtime.
Okay.
After that, you will be taxed.
Is that a year or?
Per year, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
15,000.
Yep.
Come on.
So watch yourself, count your pennies, because it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty.
Everybody, they're so misinformed. I'm talking about the MAGA people. Mm-hmm. They feel like all of those cuts that's about to take place are going to be illegals or people who are here, without a visa or illegally.
Yeah.
Not true. Medicaid will be cut for a lot of people who depend on it.
Yeah.
SNAP benefits, food stamps, all of that's going away.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And the people, I'm looking at comments on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it, and they're like, yeah, only for the people who don't deserve it anyway, only for the people who are stealing from our country. That's not true. They're talking about fraud and waste.
But do you know that the amount of people who are taking it, SNAP benefits, are not African American?
White women.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Like, seriously.
They don't think that it's going to affect everybody in this country. It's not just going to affect the African Americans. It's affecting everybody.
So now you want to fight for the rights of embryos, and you don't even want to feed their parent, their mom, for them to have a developmental, like, develop the baby all the way. But you can't get an abortion though. No abortion. You're going to jail. Like, that's insane.
America, you gotta love America. You gotta love America. This is where we are. Unfortunately, and everyone who voted, let me just say this, everyone who voted for this orange man, everyone who voted for him, you do realize that Hispanics for Trump, Mexicans for Trump, Guatemalans for Trump, Latinos for Trump. All of them are being picked up, snatched up out of the street.
All of them.
But you voted for this.
And not only that, now American citizens can be deported.
Right.
Those who are criminals and who have criminal past backgrounds, what have you, or still actively being a criminal, they're going to deport you. And it's, alligator Alcatraz, they calling it?
Yes.
That's so fucking stupid. I hate it here.
How did we get here?
How did we get here? And Kristi Noem, I swear, I want to spit in her face.
Ooh.
I want to hawk and spit in her face.
Can I just say that every time her commercial comes on, Latasha turns the channel.
Seriously. Same time every day on Channel 7.
Right, exactly.
During the news.
Exactly.
It comes on. If you text us at this number,
right,
and turn yourself in,
you may come back.
You may be able to come back.
Or you may not come back.
Right, but we will find you, and I'm like, girl, get the fuck off my TV.
I mean, I'm sitting here like, really, who said it? Somebody said it. I think it was somebody on MSNBC was talking about her and her 50 pounds of hair that she would have on, and all she's doing is just being a face, a talking head for the program.
Yeah, that's all.
No other department in the White House is taking a frontman approach like she is doing with the Department of Homeland Security. So for her to get up there to make all of these appearances and holding guns improperly, I sat there and I watched the picture. How are you holding a rifle or a gun by the neck, the top of the neck, and holding it down here? And it was all wrong. It's like if she pulled the trigger, she would flip over 5 times with that. So it's just.
And Hartsfield Atlanta Airport has her on the screen. Really? While you're standing in line to be checked out by TSA, she's on the screen saying that bullshit about, turn yourself in. Boo. I'm like, why? Boo. Why is this happening? Yeah, Boo. Why do we have to look at her? Boo. But I don't know. Yeah, the gun thing, she's just, and she's the department head of the department. She's
just a figurehead. That's it.
Homeland Security.
Nothing to say that what's going on in Texas with the floods, and that is just catastrophic.
Man,
as far as that Texas, the flooding that's going on in Texas, she went down there and sat next to the director of I think the governor and other people there, camp heads, talking about what was going on. And I'm sitting there like, why are you here?
Why is she there?
Why are you here?
My thing, though, I started following Republicans that hate Trump. On Twitter, and I am loving their page.
It's a thing, huh?
Yeah, it is. They're really like, this stupid idiot. They're going hard on him.
Wow.
But it took him over 24 hours to respond or say anything about the flooding in Texas, and they're pissed about it.
I didn't know he said anything.
Yeah, he finally said something, and he's like, we're sending Kristi, and she'll be there soon, and we're praying for you guys, But the Republicans that hate him were like, yeah, this is unacceptable. Boo. He took over 24 hours to say anything about this.
Boo.
Yeah,
boo,
so.
Boo. I don't like the whole thing. I honestly hate, and I don't use the word hate unless I have to use the word hate. I hate the fact that he is so last minute that he waits until people can figure out before he says anything.
Yeah.
Then he comes in, swoops in, and tries to take all of the credit for it. I hate that. And the fact that there are children who are hanging in trees or not being able to be found, and you can't hear from your president until 2 days later. Yeah. That just upsets me.
'Cause he's playing golf. He's busy. Come on, like, what do you expect him to do? Care?
I almost said something. You almost made me say something, and I don't want to say it this early in the podcast.
Don't say it.
Now, later on in the podcast, I'll say it, but this early, no. You got to stay tuned for what I want to say.
Yeah,
when it comes to that, that's just bad.
It's bad business. It's
Even
bad
his,
business.
Response to what's the representative that was murdered, was it Minnesota or
And what was that about? I mean, come on.
God, come on now. Come on. That was just...
I could call, but are you you are an idiot, but I mean...
He is definitely an idiot.
Because they asked if he had contacted the governor. Did he even send anybody to the... I didn't see anybody.
No condolences, no nothing. No. This is the type of motherfucker.
But that's who y'all want.
This is who y'all... No, we can't... We got to stop saying that. Like, a lot of people did vote for him, but they stole this damn election.
They did, but it was still too many that voted for him.
Yeah, it was.
It shouldn't have been close.
But do you think that many people all those people voted for him? All of them, 85 million people voted for him?
Absolutely not. No, he stole those votes. And it keeps coming out. They keep saying it. I cannot wait to see what
nobody does
the New York situation. What is it? Rockland, New York that's handling this investigation about the voter rigging. They found this evidence of the wards, the Democratic wards that had all the votes for Trump and none for Kamala. Like,
how does that happen?
Yeah. And they're taking it serious. So I'm really excited to see what the outcome will be. Hopefully it doesn't just get shut down and ignored. You know, other cities and states needs to do the same thing. And I just saw a video too, like on Instagram, with them interviewing a guy that made a program that changes votes. And he said, it'll look like 59% of the vote or something like that.
So Dominion was true.
Yes.
The Fox thing on when they were talking about Dominion, that was true.
Absolutely.
So why are they fighting it so hard when they knew that they had what's the guy named Elon Musk who can come sweep in there and take any program and change it for whatever purpose?
Yeah.
What made them think that wasn't going to happen during this election when he already put so much money in front of Trump saying, go ahead and win the election. This is your election.
Yeah, and what's going to happen when they do find out, it was rigged, it was stolen, they stole the election? What's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
Kick him out of office?
They can't do anything.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a done deal now.
It's a done deal. But still, just to show that he wanted to avoid going to prison. Only way he could do that was by becoming the president.
Wow.
And
I don't think
these 34 felonies just keep escaping people's mind.
They don't care.
Even the ones that did vote for him, like, you would rather a felon be in the White House than a woman.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
True.
Sad.
It's very sad.
I don't think that there is any now thinking about it and looking at the whole situation now. Watch the rules change now or after he's gone. They're not going to change now.
Right? No, they ain't gonna do it now.
They're going to wait until after he's gone, and then they're going to change the rule. Okay, we don't want anyone convicted of a felony to become president.
Yeah.
But what happened to the felon that was president? Are you taking responsibility for that one?
Right.
So, yeah, you're going to have a big problem when that comes around. But that's not the only thing that he was doing. As far as votes are concerned, the bill itself, Hakeem Jeffries took 8 hours, made a speech for 8 hours in Congress trying to delay the whole process to the point that he couldn't speak anymore. To the point that he couldn't really say that much about it. He spent 8 hours talking about how bad of an idea this was to carry this bill through.
Yeah.
And no one listened to him. Somewhere, Cory Booker is proud. Somewhere, because these things have been said by several people that this was a bad idea, and for the one Republican senator, I think from Tennessee, that said that he wasn't going to vote for this bill, no matter what. And then Trump was like, "Well, we'll get somebody to replace you."
Yeah, he's threatening the Republicans.
Anybody,
Yeah.
Anybody who said that they wasn't going to vote for it, oh yeah, we'll have somebody in your place for the midterm election.
Yeah,
no problem at all. Which caused Elon Musk to say, I'm going to create my own party, the America Party, and we're going to remove...
not even American.
He needs to be deported. Like, he's who ICE is looking for.
I want him to finish getting this petty out because I know he knows some shit.
Oh, I need him to expose everything.
Getting it out of his system.
But come on now, do you really think that he's going to say anything at this point? I mean, he's trying to kiss and make up with the man that he thinks that he
they're
knows.
They're fighting again.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was trying to make up with him because he thought he was going to be deported.
Yeah, Trump just said the other day that they're looking into deportation for him.
Yeah.
So
that'll make anybody say, "I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. Maybe I should not say the things that I'm saying about you anymore."
Little X told Donald Trump, "Shut the fuck up. You're not the president.
You're not the Nobody likes you."
Can Little X be president?
Can he be president?
I mean, he sees it for what it is, right? Really.
And he calls it like it is.
I mean, come on, you are not the president. No one and then for him to slug Elon and give him a black eye like he did, that was hilarious on his own.
Crazy.
I mean, come on. I mean, you got to have batshit crazy people in the White House. Not saying that what we have now are not batshit crazy, but when it comes from a 5-year-old, maybe you ought to rethink this whole thing.
Right.
But you have Elon. I mean, you have Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker. You got Jasmine Crockett, who to me has become that person.
The voice.
The voice of black people. The voice for the people who are the underdog, who she is literally fighting tooth and nail for. I mean, she is holding every meeting that she could have.
Hold on.
Yeah.
When Marjorie Taylor Greene says, "I just read this bill and I hate it. I can't believe this is out here like this."
I can't believe that bullshit.
When she said that and allegedly standing up against Trump about this bill, I was like, come on, Marjorie.
But that's only because she's going to be in the midterm election and she's trying to play to the base of people who are against the bill.
Right.
So, of course, she's going to say, I'm against it too.
But you voted for it.
But you voted
exactly
right. Oh yeah, let the record show.
I had no choice.
Yeah, out of all of the people who have said anything about the bill, she has been the most supportive over this bill.
Right.
But it's only been a month now that she's been saying, I'm against it. I don't like it. I'm not going to vote for it. But where were you the first 5 months?
Yeah. She said she didn't even read it. She didn't read it until like the last minute. Really? Really?
You believe that?
Hell no.
No. she knows exactly what's in this bill, and so does every other Republican who is going to get voted out. I believe that the No Kings protest put people on notice.
Yeah.
That you try to vote for things against what America really stands for, we're going to edge you right on up out of here. And it already has started from people who are not going to run, but this one Tennessee Republican said it, voiced it publicly.
Oh, he's from Tennessee.
Yeah,
okay.
he voiced it publicly and said that he was not running again. So I don't care what you
want to do. Exactly.
do what you want to do.
Right.
I'm voting no.
What was his name? Do you know?
I gotta look his name up now to find out.
Because I wonder, Kayla used to work for
that's right.
senator there. Yeah.
Yeah, talk amongst yourself. Let me find this out here.
And his name was Cooper, Jim Cooper, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really crazy. And now they're trying to say that the flooding and climate change is a hoax. This is what MAGAs are saying.
All
Climate change is a hoax. For the river, for whatever lake, whatever, to rise that high, that fast, is something wrong. It was fake or something like that. So now you're going to say what? There's flooding, people losing lives and stuff like that, that they made that shit up?
It's fake news.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like they
Where
said.
are the bodies? Have we actually seen any dead bodies?
Just like the COVID thing. COVID was a hoax.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is. He's not from Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
He's from North Carolina. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, North Carolina. Senator Tom Tillis
Okay.
will not seek re-election in North Carolina after drawing the ire of Donald Trump for opposing the party's sweeping domestic policy package. Ain't that something? You gotta quit your job.
You gotta quit if you don't support his bullshit.
That's crazy.
And this is politics. This is America. Like these people were voted in, and they're being bullied by the man who wants to be king.
But he's not. He talk to him. Hey, I'm no king. I'm no one's king. I'm nobody's king at all. But yet and still, he's gonna make all of these proclamations and presidents. What do you call them? Amendments to whatever, and saying that this is. I don't need Congress. I'm going to say that this is going to happen, and I'm going to speak on behalf of Iran. I'm going to speak on behalf of Israel. I'm going to speak on behalf of Ukraine.
How
and
are you
the Soviet
speaking?
Union.
You don't rule over there. You're not a leader there. You can't say shit to them. Just like even regarding the terrorists, he said he wrote some letters and he sent them out.
They had a July 9th? Oh, was it June 9th or July 9th?
June.
Okay. And then if they hadn't, agreed with the
Figured out,
terms or whatever, then,
He's like, I wrote some letters and I sent them out. Sir, they don't give a fuck about your letters.
Can I just say this for the record? Iran will never respect America.
Never.
Will never say that we are going to acquiesce to whatever America wants. They are never going. Their entire mindset is death to America.
Yep.
Their entire they come out of the womb saying death to America.
First words.
So you think the supreme leader of Iran is going to say, you know what, I've talked to the president, I think he makes sense, we're going to do what he wants to do, and we're going to smash and we're going to quash this whole thing based on his recommendation.
Right.
Hell no. That's not going to happen. It has always, for as long as I've been alive, it's been death to America.
Yeah.
Every soldier that has gone to Iran, Iraq, or to the DMZ over there, it's always been death to America.
Right.
And so why would it change now because Donald Trump wants to create the narrative that he has spoken to him when the supreme leader himself has said, I ain't talked to him. You can believe him if you want to. We have no communication.
Right.
We don't depend on that. Now, Israel and America, they're going to have that relationship great, no problem at all. But America and Iran, forget it.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe when you hear him say that, yes, I am in negotiations and I told them they should take this and they should really
every time he says that, they're like, no the fuck, he ain't talking to his ass.
Right. No,
like, ain't listening to him.
Can we actually have somebody there in real time to just get on camera and just be like, hell no, this hasn't happened. No, we ain't talk to him.
We need somebody like the lady in China that already, when the press secretary says something, she comes up with the same outfit that she has. We need somebody there that do the same thing.
So don't believe for a second that this has been what he says is happening. It is not happening, and he will create this. I saw a what is it called? It's not a cartoon, but it's a caricature, whatever. So he would say that gas is $1.99 in 5 states, and there was somebody when he said gas is $1.99. Somebody is at the pump that is actually reading that is $3.59, saying that gas is $1.99 because he said so. But you're pumping $3.59 gas into your car.
And you're doing it.
But this is the mindset of America. This is the
really
mindset of America now. We're going to believe whatever he says.
Yep.
And it's not fall for it.
They're going to believe whatever he says.
Exactly. Don't fall for this. Do not fall for this.
It's too late.
You think so?
It is. You got those people out there going hard. I read the comment section on everything just about, and those people believe in him. They believe he's doing such a great job.
Give him time.
Yeah, give him time. He's done more in the first 6 months of his presidency than Obama ever did. Why? How many presidents was it after Obama? Just one. But it's still. Why are you still going back talking about Obama?
Well, Trump is never in the office. He's out playing. Obama's never in the office. He's playing golf all the time. Really, that's Trump that's doing that.
Right. Yeah, you got that wrong.
He's never there. He's responsible for 9/11. Do you think so? I thought it was George Bush.
Right.
But that's
the thing. And if it's not Obama, it's Biden.
Right.
The Biden administration. Why didn't you take ownership for anything?
Yeah. I don't think that even Mike Johnson, when the media asked him a question, said, I know that the Republican Party is hard on Biden and his family for taking money from foreign countries and benefiting from things that are unconstitutional and should not have happened while he was president. But the Republican Party has nothing to say when Donald Trump is doing the exact same thing in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, and taking Bitcoins and memes and all of this stuff here.
Give me a jet. What do you say? Give me a private jet.
Taking a private jet. All of this stuff is going on. And America, Congress has nothing to say about it.
It's like the monkeys. The see here no evil, see no evil. They literally turn a blind eye.
But do you know what he said?
What?
And this was the catcher. Mike Johnson looked straight into the eye of that camera and said, well, the things that Joe Biden did was done behind the scenes. And that's what we had a problem with. Now, I am not a person who writes the laws or who should go after the laws, but I believe that everything that Biden has done was done in secrecy. Donald Trump is doing this stuff wide open.
In our faces.
In the open, right in front of your faces.
And we'll lie about it. And we'll lie about it. Like, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't do that. What you talking about? No, he didn't do that.
Right. And then he's going to have 10 people to say he didn't do it.
He said he didn't do it.
When we saw it with our own eyes.
So this is where Congress is. They are so dignitized as far as what is going on with him that they are so under his jock right now that they're willing to take all of this abuse,
bobbing and slobbing all on their thing.
They're willing to take all of this abuse from him, and we got to get into that by the forward. That's going to be the next subject.
What, bobbing and slobbing?
Yeah, but he's going into all, he's going into all of this not turning a blind eye to what the Trump family, not just Donald Trump, but his sons are doing, Donald Jr. and Eric.
Yeah.
And they're literally responsible for the billions of dollars that he has gotten from the AME. Is it the AME or the UME? As far as the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, okay.
He has billions from this, and no one has said a word.
Nothing.
That's America for
Deport your wife.
Oh, you think that's going to happen?
Somebody
She don't want to be there no way.
Ivanka and was like, I wish they were back together again. And I was like, me too.
I know, right? Yeah.
I wish they would get back together.
Well, please come get them.
Right.
If anybody's going to be deported at this point, can we take a poll right now as far as who's the next person that's going to be deported?
I don't know who, but my thing, as far as like you spoke about earlier, the birthright stuff, wouldn't Byron have to get his little ass out too?
Byron, which Byron?
Is that his name? His son, the youngest son, Melania's son.
Oh, you're talking about yeah. Is that his name? Yeah.
Byron. I don't know. I probably made this shit up.
Yeah, baby boy Trump. Let's just call him that.
Baron.
That's it.
Baron, that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Baron. First of all, his mom is Slovenian, I believe.
Yeah, and she came over here on some fake ass visa. It was some type of education visa, and you get it for like winning a Nobel Peace Prize or something. You know, you have to have some type of status or big accomplishment that you've done. She got that visa that Trump paid for to come on over here, have his child. So if you want to start making these laws about birthright citizenship, start in your own living room.
So Barron was born, which meant that he was an American automatically because he was born in the United States. But nobody else in America is gifted that title.
Right.
Only his son.
Yeah.
So any other Cuban or Mexican or anybody who was born in America, they're after everyone at this point. So, you know what? If Homeland Security was really after the Homeland, then they need to start at home.
Yeah.
And the first home is,
the
of
White
course,
House.
the White House. Start there first. That's what I'm saying. Now, let's go to slobbing and bobbing.
I just want. I know we didn't really talk about this, but I wanted to interject because it's so much that ties in to and for the most part, I will go past racist comments, but I had time last week. I had a little bit of time.
Okay.
A new Marvel show appeared actually 2 weeks ago. It
The
closed
one they
out.
filmed here?
Did film some of it here. Ironheart.
Yeah.
Dominique. Oh God, what is her last name? I can't think of her.
I'll look it up. Don't worry.
Her real name, but anything with minority in the lead or anything with a woman in the lead, and God forbid, now you have both. You have a black woman lead. They lost their shit.
I'm sure.
Before the show even premiered, it had like a 34% rating. They were going in before you didn't even have the sense enough to wait until it came out.
There's hatred.
Before you.
This man has made it okay to expose your hatred, your racism, all of that stuff. And people are out here saying it with their chest.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't like niggers.
Yeah.
Dominique Thorne.
That's
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, anything with us, it's like, you know, they're so fucking threatened by us because we're the creators of just about everything that they've stolen and claimed for themselves, even the country, for God's sakes. So, you know, I don't know, but they're out here loud and proud. Yeah. And I just hate to see what 2027 is going to look like.
But yeah, they're out here.
2028, you know?
They were giving it low ratings before it even come out. Now it jumped from that first, because they did 3 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
Those first 3 episodes came out, jumped up to 86% because now you fucked up. It's a good show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shannon's been watching it all week.
Oh, I've watched it 3 times.
And I haven't yet. I've yet to watch it. I've been a little tied up with other shows, but I want to watch that too.
I mean, you got they hidden from so many different angles, and just the message that the writers, they just did an amazing job. I forgot where one of the women came from. This is something that what's the director's name?
That's Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler. He just formed an amazing team, and when you do that, and just look at everything he's been producing in the last couple of years. I mean, he doesn't miss. So I mean, you can hate all you want.
Right.
You can, it's just we're not going anywhere. And I'm not sure. I'm going to go back and look who said it, but he said the fear comes from they think we're going to want our get back, and that's what, and which we rightfully we should. But we're so kind. We're too kind-hearted.
Yeah.
That we won't, get that get back that we actually deserve.
And I blame religion.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we so gung-ho on, just give it to Jesus.
Nobody
let the Lord work it out. No. Fuck that. Slap the shit out of somebody.
Slap the shit out of them.
Well, that also has happened to Halle Bailey with The Little Mermaid.
It did.
I'll go back as far as when Diane Carroll did it in the movie Julia.
Yeah,
okay.
The series, I'm sorry, the TV series Julia, where a black person can star in that role.
And she was a professional woman. Wasn't she a nurse? Oh my God. That was like... And you got people out here that'll be sick, damn near on their deathbed, and they don't want no black person helping them. No black doctors, nurses. Come on.
Well, go ahead and die.
Just die.
Just go ahead and die.
Just die, please.
If that's where you are, I'll sit here and wait for you to die.
Because what if you needed like a kidney or something like that? If it's to come from a black donor, you don't want it.
You ain't gonna get one today.
Hello.
I gotta hold look. Let it be my kidney. Nope. I'll take that back.
Exactly.
Right, I'm not giving my kidney to no white people.
Right,
give my shit.
Hand that back over this way here. Run that back in my body.
That's so
I don't
crazy.
care. But that's where we are. America has a problem with black leads when it comes to making an impact like they have made. So yeah, Diane. It all started with Diane Carroll.
Yeah,
and so it just anything that happens now. Dominique Thorne, welcome to it. Doing a great job, but welcome to it. This is the
and I'm sure she was ready. She
we
knew
were talking about that too the other day about as far as like black leads. Like look at Denzel. All the things that he could have gotten his Oscar for.
Exactly. X.
Right.
Malcolm X.
He get one. He got for Glory. He got.
Look it up. I think it's a supporting.
Thank you. He got supporting. But Malcolm X definitely.
He got robbed with that.
Deserved that. Malcolm X.
Yeah.
But the one where he's a crooked cop.
Oh yeah.
Druggie and all of that stuff. You gonna give him that?
Yeah, because again, that's Hollywood's typecasting at work when. You know that as much as he has done and the depth of work that he has put out there, you want to give it to him. He has been a Navy captain, I think, in Ocean Citizen. What's it called? Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide with
Gene Hackman.
Yes.
To go that far back. You give it to him for the least.
Yeah.
Role that he has ever done. There have been complicated roles that he has done that have been far more greater than what he did in Training Day. But you give it to him for that?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
That was a slap in the face. I'm sure he loved it and appreciated it all the same, but damn, really, y'all? Like, I've been acting my ass off out here. But still this is the one.
And they talked about her. But you can talk all you want. I probably would have walked out. But Angela Bassett, when they gave that damn Oscar to what's her name?
Meryl Streep or something.
No, she's a great actress, but for the role she was up for, I gotta get these people.
Hold on a second, cause I'm looking. Don't worry, I got you.
Halloween. What's the
Halloween?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
Jamie Lee Curtis running for the
I
movie.
remember that. I remember.
Which was it was a good movie. I had to watch it a couple of times to get it, but her role could have been played by anybody. It wasn't that memorable of a, I mean, where she needs to win.
She needs to
Oscar
get this.
for this.
Yeah, no.
Angela Bassett.
Angela?
Yeah. Angela Bassett experienced a highly publicized Oscar snub in 2023, where she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Oh my goodness!
But ultimately lost to Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That wasn't the one. Now I believe Jamie Lee should have won and that was the whole thing where she's never won before. This wasn't it.
Yeah.
Y'all missed your mark with,
How do you take an iconic Everything Everywhere All at Once? You can't even remember the scene.
Thank you.
No one is going to talk about any part of that movie at all. But we all were there when she died in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Exactly.
And how it affected. We thought, is the movie ending now? And how is this going to go on?
Right.
When you walk out of the theater saying that to yourself and to others, that was Oscar worthy. That was the Oscar win right there. But for everything, I can't tell you who starred in that movie. I can't tell you what was the rating for that movie. What was the movie about? Where was it shot? I can't tell you none of that stuff.
The title alone does not make me want to see it. It's like it just sounds confusing.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had to watch it a couple of times. It was a good movie. It was a very good movie, but it's just for that particular role that you're putting up for the no.
But she said that, or they said, the Oscars wound up giving her one the following year for her distinguished
It was
career.
an honorary. No, that's fuck that.
Yeah, no,
She earned it.
Yeah,
She earned it for What's Love got to do with it?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
even if you want to talk about TV, when she played Katherine Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like, come on.
Did she win an Emmy for that? She should have gotten an Emmy.
She should have gotten something, but I don't know. Who knows?
Like I said, her nominations. She needs to have won on that level, and I don't think she's ever won on that level before.
That's the thing. I mean, the supporting actress is good, but everybody wants that best actor or actress.
Yeah,
that's when you know you've made it.
Absolutely.
And
she was a nominee in '94 for What's Love Got to Do with It. She was a nominee in 2023 for Black Panther. So, and never has she won. But for her to, the same thing can be said for, now I'm going to Viola Davis. The same thing can be said about her.
Yes.
Her breadth and her depth of her work alone.
the snot she produces. That alone.
The walk. You put the walk and the snot together? Come on, man.
She's just amazing.
So for her not to walk away with, and she is highly decorated. Highly decorated. I gotta make sure that she has never or if she has won, has she won? And I want to say that she has won. I want to make sure.
Her transparency alone, like in the book that she wrote.
Oh no, she won.
She did win. What did she win for though?
She won 2017 for Fences.
Emmy?
Yes, no, the Academy Award for Fences.
Did she?
2017 for Fences. She was nominated in 2021 for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. 2012 for The Help.
Oh, Viola.
Yes.
Okay.
She definitely should have won for The Help. That role was incredible.
I thought
The Help. Ma Rainey was excellent. I slept on that. I didn't see that till I think last year.
It's
sometime.
still on Netflix. I'm gonna have to go watch it.
Yes, you got to watch that. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is a must watch.
That's when I first learned about Coleman.
Coleman Domingo?
Coleman Domingo.
Yes.
Awesome, man. I don't know. Where have I been? This dude is brilliant.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And the role of the trumpeter, and again, me being a musician and a trumpeter, this movie rang true for me. Chadwick,
oh my God,
killed it.
Listen,
in that movie. So that's why for me, there are plenty of snubs that has gone on. There have been plenty of people who will say wrong things about black actors and actresses. Hell, just watch something on YouTube, and if it has a black person in it, watch the comments section.
Oh,
you're gonna get a whole bunch of
Absolutely.
negative comments in there about race or whatever the case may be. But that's where we are. This is, welcome to it. Welcome to it, Dominique Thorne. You're gonna carry that well. Although she is a tremendous, and what she did in Black Panther, wonderful. I can't wait to see this Ironheart. I can't wait to see Ironheart. But welcome to it. The negative comments will follow you, and if you're worth your salt, it's going to be a lot of people that have things to say about you or against you. So how do we go from there, from slobbing to Bob, and from there to slobbing? Well, we're just going to do it.
Just
being a
dive right
freako
in.
doesn't
Get the baby
equal,
oil and just dive right in.
What they say, being a freako doesn't equal a Rico.
Wow.
That was my favorite post of the week.
Wow. Being a freako
doesn't equal a Rico.
Well, if it doesn't fit, it must have quit. The same thing must happen, I guess. So that's
hell, with the baby oil, everything fits.
Woo! Unmuted the podcast, everybody here.
It might take a little time.
The permission to speak freely.
It's gonna get in there
And to push things where they've never been pushed before.
Fire.
Well, I guess the only thing we can say about Diddy is
He got off.
he got off.
Well, he's done
Pause.
that big.
Right. He got off.
So yeah, he what are we looking at? The prostitution.
And
The
what's
2
the last
counts of facilitating transportation to commit prostitution.
Right, but they did not consider that trafficking.
No.
Crazy.
No. That's not the sex The sex trafficking part. What can they have to consider to be sex trafficking?
Yeah.
If people came across state lines,
Right.
how is it not trafficking? Is it that? Oh wait, the victim had to come across state lines for it, but for the prostitute,
Coming across
for
state
the
line.
Punisher to come from Atlanta to wherever.
No, that's what they were calling
Yeah, I
him.
know.
That's his,
Yeah. So the only reason, Lisa, you need a minute here.
I'm just saying, how you earn that name?
well, when you send that video just.
What video? Please send it to me.
No, the one where Diddy, you the one that brought it to mind, because I'd seen the video plenty of times, but paid no
that dude
attention.
in the background.
Yes,
Happy birthday.
right, and he just looking like, you shut this.
That dude back there like, oh my God.
Well, in order for it
That was a punishment.
in order for it to have been sex trafficking, Cassie or Jane Doe, or what's her name? It was Jane or somebody. Anyway, they would have to have been
The ones traveling.
Although they were the ones traveling, they were willing participants in this, which meant that the trafficking was no go. So the rest of this just had to do with the fact that he flew in the Punisher from wherever the Punisher was to wherever they were. And so that's the 2 counts, and you can get 10 years for that. You get 10 years. Let this be a lesson to everybody right here.
Message
That if you should have all of your hookers locally.
Period.
They should be in the city that you are in.
Yeah.
Don't allow them. I'm in Indiana. I'll be on my way. No, you stay right there. You stay right there. Don't you come across the state line. We'll find somebody over here. So if I'm in Atlanta, only deal with the Atlanta hookers.
Yeah.
If you're in Philadelphia, call the people down there on South Street.
Don't call nobody from Maywood to come to the South Side.
No. You don't want nobody from South Shore going to Roseland.
No, that's too far.
That's too far.
It's traffic.
They done gone too far. They done gone too far. So he has. The only thing he's going to be in jail for right now is for that, and I guess the sentencing that they're going to be dealing with has to do with that. Does he get the full 10 years, or they want 20 years is the max?
It was two counts, though.
It was 2 counts.
Yeah,
okay.
Two counts at 10 years each. So they want the prosecution wants the max 20 years. It's not even a negotiation.
Right.
They want the full sentence imposed on him. When in reality, he may be looking at between 3 to 5 years.
Right.
Which is still a lot better than him being in there for the rest of his life if the RICO thing went down.
What's really unfortunate, though, is I got to see the twins, and
they were there.
they had the
Every
same
day?
face.
Really?
Yeah, they were there every day, but he was marked the shit out of them girls. And a female looking like Diddy is just not attractive. It's just not. I'm sorry.
That's true. So here is the question.
Yes.
What does this do for the legacy of Kim Porter?
Absolutely nothing, because he's still not held responsible for her death when he absolutely should be. And not just that, we need to look at Biggie. We need to look at Heavy D. We need to look at all of those things, because he had connections to those people. And what was it? Andre
Harrell.
Yeah. Like all this stuff. Niggas just having heart attacks randomly.
Yeah, he was about to release a book, if I'm not mistaken.
He was
Andre?
about to release a book. Kim definitely, we all know, was about to release a book.
Right.
I'll
And
be sure.
to find out during this trial that he was making Kim do the same shit he was making Cassie do. This is the mother of your children. And you want to sit back in the corner and beat your shit while she getting punished.
Literally. And figuratively.
Come on.
How do you... I think that this does say something to the fact that Kim Porter, although she could never be here to witness it or to lay claim to it, that she has a stake in this.
Yeah.
She has a stake in this, and so whatever punishment that he gets, it has, she can claim some, and this is hard for me to say because, she's been gone for a long time now, right? But this is a victory for her in some sense.
Because, he still will serve time, and he's being committed, he's committed a crime that he's going to pay for. But is not going to be the same as him actually being held responsible for her death.
Yeah.
So I feel like she did have a big part in this, getting all of this stuff brought out. I definitely feel like that. You both know that I'm a watcher of Sloan Bella, the psychic on YouTube, and she has said that Kim had an inhaler that was tampered with. So when she used it, like some type of chemical or whatever came, that's how she's alleging that her murder.
How she was.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how it would look, how it would show up in tests would be like pneumonia or, something like that. Yeah. So this man, and he's so well connected because he has all this money, so he can make shit happen.
He has 24 lawsuits waiting for him when he gets out. When he gets out. So the amount of money, I don't know if it's net worth now, but it's going to be damn near zero when he gets out. If they all can be proven. Now, of course, some of them, I could have just threw mine up in there while I was at it.
Exactly.
I'm trying to see it. We haven't been in the same room.
He touched me too.
He touched touched me. I felt the hand you were on it.
I've been
It was greasy.
Right.
But all I heard was take that. So
my God.
so he has all of this waiting for him. So
Yeah.
it isn't over
No,
by a
by
long
any
shot.
means. Yeah.
You know, he's going whatever empire he has, he's going to lose all of that. And if he gets out in a relatively short amount of time, he's going to Russell Simmons himself.
Oh, he's out of there.
He's out of there.
He's going to be so far gone that the world won't even know where he is.
And whatever country he lands in,
He's going to
the
be
baby
there.
oil stock is going up.
And he's going to be there and he'll be like, go ahead and run me that Johnson's & Johnson's. I don't care. Astroglide, Zipglide, whatever it is, KY. I need it all. Give it to me. I know what to do with it. I can raise your stock if you want me to. Pun it.
That's what he should. He should have made his own product.
Oh. Well, you know.
Maybe I should make a product and sell it to him.
He could just call it Take That.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take that.
Yeah. I like it.
If you want somebody dancing all in your videos, sliding all in your videos,
Right.
in frame, out of frame, go ahead and. Anyway, the Diddy will have to wait for the sentencing, which is scheduled for October, but
Oh, really?
it may be called at any time.
And he hasn't. They're denying release until.
No, right? He is not going to be
he's
released.
not getting.
They said, and the judge said, well, in your deposition or in the trial itself, all of this violence, you said that he was capable of all of this violence that had happened. The video with Cassie, the firebomb, and with Kid Cudi, everything that's been going on in his life, dangling people over buildings and all this stuff. You are prone, based on their own words and your own words, he is prone to violence. So there's no way
Right.
that
Never
he's
gonna-
going to come
okay.
out. Because he would have to have the money to do it, number one, but he cannot be a threat to himself or the public.
Oh, okay.
And so since they said that he was a threat to the public,
Stay on in there.
stay right on in there and we'll wait. So it could be October, it could be next month. You just don't know.
Okay.
But chances are he's going to serve at least between 3 to 5 years. Right now, and given the time that he has already served, there'll be a year when when they come back that he would have been in jail just about. So take that into consideration. 2 years.
Take that.
2 years. That's it. So that's Diddy. Unfortunately,
Is Cassie husband okay, y'all? Like,
what do you mean?
cause didn't he leave out the courtroom one day?
yeah.
After he heard about.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can't.
He like, wait a minute, you did what?
I can't. I don't believe that would have been his first. Maybe it just triggered, but that couldn't have been the first time he heard.
I hope she
couldn't-
disclosed all that stuff to him
Exactly.
prior to the courtroom. I
You
definitely
can't let that be your first time hearing. You know,
right.
Can
I hope not.
So at what point do you say that you have been such a freak that
done some things,
you done
babe.
done some stuff and it may turn you against me? I mean, who wants to have that conversation? You
Who
want to keep
wants
that
to-
stuff in as long as you can.
He probably took all the baby oil out the house. Like,
Yeah, the baby oil,
You're just gonna
You're
be a
still
dry
buying
motherfucker.
the baby oil, the Crisco, the
Vaseline,
petroleum
no.
jelly, the grape jelly.
He not eating nothing.
You're not gonna have.
Using
No, this
just
gonna.
ashy
I
and
mean,
dry.
right? You just gonna have. It's gonna be yeast infections. It's gonna be burns. It's gonna be all kind of stuff going on. But you ain't gonna have no slide up in me at all. At all. Sorry. Wow. How do you live that life
How
though?
do you live that life?
How do you come back from that? I mean,
Let's talk about Diddy really liking semen. Let's talk about that.
I'm good.
Y'all both. Y'all don't want to talk about that?
Thanks.
Come on.
yeah.
Just
So We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
What's? Come on now.
I'm only saying that
Being a freako does not equal a Rico.
what for the lawyer to say that he is a freak, but not a criminal.
Yeah, he's a swinger, Your Honor.
He's a swinger, not a criminal. Just the fact that he had to say that in open court.
Come on.
In front of his kids. His mom.
And his mom, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of that.
Well,
don't-
She a
look
freak
like
too.
she
She
done-
done took a couple
You
of.
think mom is going to
Man, please.
Yeah, she would kiss him in the mouth. And I get, at a certain age, like, come on now, lady.
Yeah,
What's happening?
she's yeah.
But I don't know. If I had a son, I probably would still be kissing him.
I'm trying to defend the mom, and they are like, nah, she a freak, too.
Have you seen her?
I have seen her, though. You know, she does have freak tendencies.
She done pulled rank on her. I wouldn't doubt it at all. She probably had some make the band members.
Ooh.
Because the way them kids
She
was
done played that
crying.
Marcus. Oh yeah.
The way them boys broke down crying, I'm like, what the hell did he do to y'all?
Wasn't going to get no damn ice cream or whatever the hell he was going to.
They take Boosie for me. Because when he saw that video, Boosie reacted to the boys crying in that video. He was like, what the fuck is you crying for, man?
And does this mean that Farnsworth Bentley will ever make an appearance?
Never.
Listen,
If you didn't get him
last
at
time-
this, you're never going to hear it.
Last time I saw Farnsworth, he was in Paris with Kanye and
He
the
was
Sunday Choir.
floating from the air with an umbrella.
Nah, he was in uniform. He had on the uniform and everything with them. Like he
Oh,
was
really?
singing
With the
with
choir?
them.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
I was like, okay.
Wait, Farnsworth is in
I
the
will
choir?
pull up the video. He wasn't like singing. He was standing next to Kanye. They all had on the same attire.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was grooving and rocking with the choir. And I'm like, wow, okay, Farnsworth. I see you done found Jesus.
He done found the Lord.
It take you gotta go through some shit sometime when you find Jesus. He done left Diddy alone. He like, I need him to talk though. Can we try and interview him?
Who, Farnsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I say let's do it. Farnsworth, you find the Lord and come on over here to this show here. Find the Lord and come on over here. Unmuted the podcast, the permission to speak freely. We have to end our gathering here, but before we do, the news that we got last night from Della Reid, who passed away yesterday. This is like last night or the afternoon, whatever the case may be, but we got the news last night that she passed away. The icon that she is, they were going to have her musical.
Yeah, they were gonna have a musical today at 5:00 to actually celebrate her birthday, which would have been tomorrow.
Yeah.
I woke up to a text yesterday for my good friend Monica, who's her granddaughter, and she's like, my grandmother is transitioning, and that was like at 6 something in the morning. And a little in the afternoon, early evening, she went on and passed away. And the legacy. She's the sister of Reverend Clay Evans. And so just that alone, he was the preacher and she was the choir master. She was the director. And he would have been 100 this year on his birthday. And she would have made 95. Yeah. And they did a celebration for her in May. It was a beautiful dinner. She came, she was there, she stood up, she's talked. It was so beautiful. Like her co-workers that she was a nurse at she retired from I think St. Anthony Hospital.
Okay.
She was a nurse there for years, and some of her co-workers came. They were telling stories and what it was like to work with her and how they loved her and how she always talked about God and everything. And it was just a beautiful experience. And shout out to the Evans family, the children, her daughter Tanya, her grandson, like, and the grandkids. I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys, and I'm here.
For Lisa to have as much information that she has, she is deeply entwined with this family. And when she said that she was not well, when you sent the text saying you was not well,
I was not okay.
You was not okay after finding out about it. I had to take a moment because I know that you are deeply entwined with this family. It was just, and passings come. Everybody keep living long enough, you will pass.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But when it comes, it still does something to us.
Absolutely.
We know that it's going to come. Hell, she was
Expect it or
90.
not.
She was 94. She lived a life, great life. But it still affects us because we know that they don't come like her anymore.
No, they don't.
And so when she passes, that's a generation that will never know how great of a person that she was.
And her legacy.
Behind Clay Evans, not necessarily behind, next to Clay Evans. The music, everything that's involved, she had a hand in all of the fellowship sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of that. She had a hand in all of that. So we take the time to give respect to her because of her impact. And hell, I've been to fellowship, singing the fellowship as many times as I can count. Good Lord, I've been there forever. But for us to all have memories of fellowship and of her and her impact on fellowship, we had to take a moment in this show to remember how much of an impact she had on us. And so, Della.
Yeah, and she was strong and a fighter. Little known fact, in April, she was placed in hospice, and they told her she would not live a month.
Wow.
Well, how long did it
be?
In April.
And here we are
they
in July.
said by May 14th that she would be gone. And we made it to July.
Exactly.
If she could have made it to tomorrow, that's what everybody wanted to see happen, but God had other plans, and she did it on her terms.
Exactly.
They said that she would never walk again. She was walking at her birthday celebration that we had. She stood up and was, talking. She had that fire still in her voice and everything. And yeah.
Come on now. This is Unmuted, the podcast. We take time to give respect to who respect is due, and it is definitely due to her. So God bless you and the impact that you have, not just on Chicago, but the gospel music industry around the world will know who you are.
Absolutely.
And so we end this podcast saying thank you to you.
Yes, thank you.
It's
prayers up for Fellowship and Reverend Sharp.
For everyone that we know on the corner of 45th Place in Princeton. Now, who says 45th Place in Princeton? When you always say 45th in Princeton, how you put 45th
place in Princeton out there?
That's just how much of an impact Fellowship is on us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to say goodbye for Miss Lisa J. That's right over there at Miss Lisa J with a Z. And right over there is Big Sir _unmuted. And for me, I'm Delvin Restore. This is Unmuted, the podcast. You can, by all means, follow our foolishness on our Instagram page at Unmuted the _podcast. And you can also check us out as far as our we're making changes. I'll say that. But by all means, go to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. The audio of this will be available sometime, but I know the YouTube will be available this week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. So hopefully you guys will take some listening to it and share it and let other people know that we're talking about the whole thing. But this has been Unmuted the podcast, the Big Beautiful Diddy episode.
Oily.
The big, oily, beautiful. No, it don't go together. It don't go together. I can't do that. No. Stop right there. Unmuted the podcast. We'll see you guys later, okay? See ya.
Unmuted, the podcast, is brought to you exclusively by the Genius Media Group. Never miss another episode again by subscribing to the Genius Media Group on YouTube and Facebook, and follow us on Instagram and Unmuted _the _ podcast.